Hello everyone, welcome to Cornflower Crafts. Today I want to join in on the hashtag Project Share Thursday. I've done this once before, and our hostess is Mary Ellen, and her channel name is Mary Ellen's Crafts and Hauls. And just showing you, I've done a lot of things around the house. And I've done other paper crafting, but it was for something else. Before this, my therapy journal, I have some more pages, and I thought I'd show you all those. Here's my project, and you know I'm going to be working on that therapy journal for a while. But in between, I've been doing other things, as y'all know. Now, on this page, I went ahead and made it out of some very nice heavy cardstock in the pink. And remember the video I did where I got some wonderful items. You all were so sweet to comment saying those papers are gorgeous from the rubber buggy. Well, this is them, remember, with my teddy bears and everything. But these are some scraps that I had that I thought matched perfectly with the clock and everything. This is fussy cut out of that paper. I put little heart lace on the bottom of my pieces here. And then inside of here, this pocket was in that kit. Do you remember? Well, not kit, I guess. Remember the paper pad for the journal it had? But this is one of the pages, and when I saw this, let me open that up for you. I was like, oh my goodness, that's a little booklet cover. And so that's what I did with it. And you can see I even went around it and down here in the vintage photo. And there's that darling teddy and the little lighthouse and your pink roses and the lace and all that, and the clouds and everything. And then on the back, I just think it's precious because I just love, love, love my teddies. And so that was the end, the opposite side of the paper. And then I just put some scrapbook paper in here, and I tore the pages. Well, wait a minute. No, I didn't tear them like I regularly would. With this little ruler, with this side. And I got that on Amazon. Oops, there goes something in the floor. And, but I got the scrapbook paper. Remember how Hobby Lobby every once in a while gives you 50 pieces of scrapbook paper for $3.89 or something like that? That's where that's from. So I can just write and write and write. And there's my bow in the middle. Oh, and the ink I used on this one is the Victorian Velvet. So I did my pages with, and so I've got lots of places to write. And that tucks in there. And then on this side, they're so precious. I fussy cut this out because some, like I had mentioned in the video, some of the drawings did look extremely like what you would do for a baby. But to me, if you love teddies, and maybe not a teddy bear collector, but you have a few that sitting around your home to make you smile, make you happy, well, that's me. And so I fussy cut some of the other things out. We've got lace behind here. We've got lace covering this, that is a punch, believe it or not. And then I fussy cut the clock, and then behind here for me to write, oh, and stencil the background to pick up the diamonds here. And that's some of the paper again. Well, that's that one without the, see, wanted to pick that up. And I also wanted to pick up the green in that, so I did this journaling card. And this is fussy cut out of that paper as well, where the teddy is the queen. I just think that's precious. And in the back, I didn't even do my inking around the back. I just did it around the front. And then we're going to place this here. So there's one of them. And then I also did this one. And I think, yeah, this is a punch, a border punch that I used. I found this ephemera at a thrift shop. And then this journaling card, which was in the little container. I had just a few of the pieces together, but they went together. Not sure how what I'm going to put in here, but it'll probably be quite emotional. So this goes here. And then these, I think y'all have seen me make these before, I think. Everybody does these. I mean, this is nothing new. Just a matter of, like, it looks like a little envelope, but oops. And I didn't decorate them because I like the way they look, just the way they are. And I had all this going on too. Sometimes I go a little, do a little too much. And then this one has, that one was 3 sections. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So, or wait a minute, 3 and 2. I think that's how that goes. Hold on. Yeah, 3 and 2, that's 2. So then they go in here for me to hide whatever I'm saying. Okay, and then over here, we've got our hidden paper clip that I've got my little bunny. This is a die cut, and then we've got some applique here. 2 different papers. And then over here, I just fussy cut this out of paper and put some lace behind it. And that is a cottage. Yeah, you'll see in a minute why. And then with this, I make these in different ways, but I did a horrible job of sewing because I hate to admit this, but I did not even sit down at my sewing table. I stood up to do it because I was in such a hurry. And so I ended up, because my stitching, I couldn't see what I was doing, you know what I mean? I was just wanting to sew these pages together so that I can write on them. And I did such a rotten job that I put a little bit of washi up at the top, which has some cupcakes and pink roses, and it's just precious. And a little thing of teacups and everything. It's so tiny, but super cute. And I can write on the backs of these. I can even write on the front of that one. So I did those, and then that, and I left the thread like this because I think told y'all it helps me. I think it's very therapeutic to play with thread. I'm going to leave my paper clip off and this off right for now. And then you turn that page, and I can write here stenciled with, this stencil is from Amazon as well. It's a biggie. And then I wanted to pull in the green on my whole reinforcers. And this is the cottage life. That's why the other side has this on it, and this is what's usually under it. If that makes sense. So that it looks like so. That's what it will look like when the clip is on, okay? And that's why I did it, because we're talking about cottage life. I have always loved cottages in England, and I am blessed enough to say I did go to one section of England that was in the countryside, and I saw a thatched roof on this beautiful cottage, and I almost fell out the car. I was so excited. So at the bottom on this paper, I've got just some ribbon and some lace under that. That flips up, then this flips down. We've got some butterflies, but just right. And I picked this paper, the little tiny violets, to go with it because as you see, the little violets are here and there on this one. And then behind there, we have this. I left it plain because I want to write this little journaling card, okay? And I only, so that we can see that green, I only put it down to there. I could put it down further, but I want that green to show. Okay, also did that one. And then this one, this is several, the two largest ones are punches, and the rest are dies. And when I write on them, I'm going to write on each balloon some of the things that I'm witnessing that's going on in my government, certain words in particular. And to make my cloudy looking sky behind there, I got out, this looks like a little bit of, oh, I did do that. Y'all, I was out playing with this and I got a little bit on there. I should have put that away, but it looks kind of cute. I'll accept it. Can we say it's little ladybugs flying in the sky? But anyway, I got out my Distress Oxide and Broken China to do that. And then you flip it over. And here's my, remember I said, since the pink bows are hot right now, I'm going to get as much pink bow stuff as I can. And I was even able to get some, you'll see it in a second, some gift wrapping paper with the pink bows on it. But these I have had, oh my mercy, like over 5 years, I think. Excuse me. And I glued the center down to match it. There were two like this and then two in gold on the paper clips that were already done. And then I did that, see, so that it could be on each side. And because they're bows on the balloons as well, those are punches, by the way. And then this paper I got on Amazon. Doesn't that look like Susan from Susan's Heartstrings because it's bows and hearts? And then this is not showing up as well because of what I did here, but this is vellum that has roses on it. And I made this, you can see it, maybe you can see it a little better there. And I made this tag and just fussy cut out. This is what is on the gift wrapping paper. It is glittered pink bows and streaming down the paper. I was like, well, I'll try to do something with that. And yes, it's not perfect center, but I'm fine with that. And a little bit of lace at the top. And then I made this little book to go with it. And this is fussy cut out of my favorite paper pad that I am hoarding it, but every once in a while I get some stuff. Again, nothing but bows. That same paper, it's not a pad, it's loose paper, but it's all about the bows. And then this, I made just the little pages out of, is it Walmart that had it? Somebody had just printer paper in pink, so I got it. And then, remember Hobby Lobby had the little, cute little bows that were stickers? And so I did one in the center, one on the right side, one on the left side, and back to the center. And I sewed it with, you know, it's a 3-hole binding. And this time, though, let me see if I can get that for us here real quick. I used, I think this is the one. This is the vintage tatting or very minute crochet thread. And so I put, I think it's 4 together or 5 together and sewed it with that. Like I said, I am trying to use my stash. Now, and then I just admitted this is new. But whenever I see those pink bows, y'all, I'm just going crazy because I know that they won't last long. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times when it comes to what's popular and a fad, then it just goes. So I'm having fun getting pink bow stuff. And so that is my last one. And of course, like I said, this attaches with the bows. I'll put that on later. So these are what I've been working on. And I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. And I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, or evening. Bye-bye, everybody. Take good care.